I think our fans need to know that this is a conditional franchise. You know, we found the right ownership group. They have to rebuild this building that we're in right now, because we're in Frank Clair Stadium right now, in the bowels of Frank Clair Stadium. You know, I realize that you need local ownership. The franchises that tend to be most successful financially have guys who are passionate and live in the community. So with these guys, you have business leaders, you have community leaders, and you have sports leaders. I think those three elements make for a dream team of owners.
I think the opportunity to be involved with three quality individuals is probably as key a reason for me to get involved. I've had offers in the past. Perhaps I wasn't ready emotionally at that time to make a commitment. I think this time, three guys that I think are absolutely terrific. They're not just smart business people, which they are, but in addition, they're very committed, community-oriented individuals, and each of them have deep charitable hearts. They have very, very giving natures.
We have three great partners of mine. I'm very happy to be associated with them in this endeavor, and we will do our best. I just hope we can succeed.
Well, I think it's important to point out that all three of these guys, my partners that I'm proud to call partners, this is not something new for them. Doing something good for the community and being boosters of sport and community, this is something that they have done their entire careers and in fact their entire lifetimes. That's the kind of guys they are.
Probably my most vivid memory as a child is Angelo Mosca, who played defensive lineman for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and we would boo him lustily because he just seemed to always wreak havoc against Ottawa, and it was great times. I mean, being involved now sort of brings back memories of those days when I was much younger.
Well, I have very fond memories because my godfather was an icon in the Canadian Football League, Mr. Sam Berger. He owned the Ottawa team when I was a little kid. Those were the years of Russ Jackson, Dave Thielen, I mean there's so many names, Mo Racine, Bobby Simpson, and they were players who lived in the community.
My most memorable CFL moment was being in BC when the BC Lions played the Baltimore Stallions, and that was the first US-Canada Grey Cup, certainly that I had ever heard of. And I remember walking into the game not really feeling like I had any major allegiance to one or the other. I went to many Grey Cups, and to me it was all about the whole event, and of course the game was the pivotal point. But I walked in, the minute I walked into that building and saw the Canadian flags and then the national anthem, I was a BC Lions fan for the day.
Part of what we want to do is bring that back so that the children of today can have their heroes and can enjoy and turn it back into a family fun type of experience.
Well, I think it's extremely important to have Ottawa a part of the CFL and the CFL to be part of Ottawa. And you know, I think there's a void here when there's no football, and I think there's a void in the CFL when there's no football. Don't forget, we tend to think about the most recent years. And unfortunately, I didn't even live in Ottawa for the great glory years, but Ottawa and the Ottawa Rough Riders are a huge part of what the CFL is today and what it means to this country. And a lot of those great memories that people think about occurred in Ottawa too. And I'm hoping that we can look forward to great memories being created here in the not too distant future with a revived Ottawa team. And we know that with a few things maybe done differently and combine that with a new facility, that this team can succeed.